We relate to, for example, body. Relationship has started, right? We relate to
Yes.
mind. Relationship started. Huh? We relate to honey. Relationship started. We relate to wealth. Relationship starts. We relate to car. Relationship begins.
And we can arrange relationships, include as emotional relationships with any object outside.
Yeah, it may be emotional, mental, physical, etc., etc. Long list.
And if you will visit church, it's just a relationship between you and this religion tradition and this particular place. It not means that something special there is in the church. It's just your relationships.
The moment you put the knowledge behind the relationship, all relationship goes away, disappears. They are all outside, it is there. How? Buddha says compassion, Buddha says love, overflowing, because those masters cannot do without love. So it is overflowing. People call it relationship, but the awakened one has to do nothing. The way. Now see, can you have any relationship between matter and consciousness? There is no relationship at all. Matter is inert. Consciousness is full of knowledge. Matter, relationship. I relate at the physical level for a matter of convenience to do certain things at the physical level. Finished. Right? Do the same thing with the body. Come on. Do the same thing with the
But
sense organ. Do the same thing with the mind. Thought is also a matter. No relationship. Relationship exists as long as we live in ignorance.
yes, because the reason we're starting to build relationship is desire of happiness or comfort or
Yeah,
safety,
yes,
something like this.
yes, yes. But behind that, there is a hollowness because of ignorance. We do not know the ultimate security lies.
In real self.
Fearlessness lies. Now, see the other point. That's a good point. See the other point that wherever we spend, I'm using the word spend, in relationship, that is bound to give me problem. I spend my time, my emotions in my relationship with a husband or a wife, ignorance. I spend wealth, ignorance. I spend body in a waking state, it has to go. Wherever we spend means exhaustion, leaving it, spending it, wasting it, using it, whatever.
Why,
But behind
why you
that,
use
there is one thing that is not subjected to spending. Okay, you spend wealth? Yes. Do you spend your life in a waking state, dream state, sleep state? Yes. Do you spend some time with your wife? Yes. With your daughter? Yes. With your office? Yes. Right? How much you spend your time, life with consciousness? Consciousness is never changing. You do not spend anything. You are not exhausted. Does the consciousness says that I am tired? Body says I am tired. Take care of me. Oh, I have less money in my account. I have to raise it because you have spent it. You have spent a lot of time with the honey. Honey says you're not spending any time. Come on. And still I'm not happy. How much you spend your consciousness? You don't spend it. Why you don't spend it? It is beyond time. It is not subjected by the time. That is why it is timeless. It is not subjected by change. That is why it is unchanging. And there is no change, so it is not subjected to the time, so it is timeless. What is timeless is always empty. So Buddha said, emptiness of the mind. No, by emptiness of the mind, you are reflecting on the consciousness that is always empty. You cannot make the mind empty. Finished. You do whatever you want to do. So remove the ignorance that no, I have to make my mind empty. I have lot of thoughts during the meditation. No, you have to reflect on the consciousness. Consciousness is always empty. Tell me, since birth until today, how much consciousness, your consciousness is filled? Do you see that? We are going deeper, deeper, deeper. So I have to see through the knowledge, through awareness, whether you say awareness, knowledge, whatever you want to say. Use any word. I have to know that there is something within me which is always empty. Why to struggle with the mind? Why to fight with the mind? Mind is constantly changing. Whatever is changing will be empty, will be full. You make the mind empty. After 10 years, you achieve success. The next day, it will be full. Because of sanskaras, prarabdha, past impression, or you gather today's impression. What is the conclusion? Conclusion is meditation depends on the movement of the knowledge in the mind or intellect. Can I practice meditation in sleep? There is no movement. Sleep means knowledge is sleeping. Laziness means knowledge is sleeping. Or you can say awareness is no more awareness. Same thing happens in the dream. We create a virtual world by thoughts, feelings, sensation, image. Movement of the knowledge. I know that I am the body. Now movement of the knowledge, I am not the body. Body cannot realize that I am not the body. Are you seeing that? The truth? The mind cannot realize that I am not the body. Come on, you are the mind, you are not the body. Why you are giving another label, another level of ignorance? Movement of knowledge. What is that knowledge? I am ignorant. That is also a knowledge. I am the body. That is also a knowledge. So that knowledge now dropped. Why? Because it is a wrong notion. It is a delusion. It is illusion. It is this is Maya. Maya. Don't look at outside world and that is Maya. That is real world. The world is always beautiful. Mind superimposes its relationship with the world outside. That is Maya. You go to home and you say, okay, honey, I want a cup of tea. How is she, your honey? She's a girl, beautiful girl. I have seen her. How she is your honey? No, that is relationship. I got married. I can show you a certificate. Certificate of marriage. See that. Look at it. Relationship. So I just become aware. And I realize that consciousness cannot be spent. It does not become less. It does not become empty. It never becomes full. It remains as it is. It is the mind that becomes full and empty because mind is subjected to change and mind is a matter. When we live in that awareness, we are in mindfulness 24/7. So today we are understanding it is the movement of the knowledge in the mind because I recognize the knowledge in the mind. So I am the body, this is also a knowledge. So our master says this knowledge is ignorance, wrong notion, illusion, relationship. Do you see that? So when I see it clearly, where I have to see, not through the eyes, I have to see inside. I have to see through the eyes of a knowledge. That eyes of a knowledge is the third eye. It has nothing to, what we talk in kundalini. Here is I. Then the moment you believe it and you continue to live in ignorance and the teacher says, okay, this is a big goat to exploit. We say in India, there's a dear goat. The goat is always obedient. When you cut his head and still meh, 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 meh. So knowledge, movement of the mind. This knowledge is not right. This is causing me the problem. So I shift my awareness to this. When I shift my awareness to this, emptiness is always there. No change. How much consciousness I have spent in my life until date? No. How much wealth I have spent, how much body I have spent, how much relationship I have spent? No peace. No peace and happiness. That needs to be realize I'm still laying a very strong foundation for the sixth chapter of the Gita from the other sources. So close your eyes, let us see. With that understanding, eyes are closed, body is steady, mind is aware. Come on, why I say that body is steady? Body is steady? It cannot be steady. I see the steadiness of something in the body. That will take me to meditation. See the movement of mind in the knowledge, my friend. So once you are a seeker, we have to go little deeper. Doing the same breathing and mantra. Enough. We will do that whenever time is required, but movement of knowledge in the mind. I know. Body is constantly changing. But I experience the steadiness in the body. And that steadiness in the body is not coming from the body. It is coming from the consciousness. That consciousness is never changing, not subject to time or space or location. What do you mean? So I can be in a meditative state, irrespective of the state and position of the body? Yes. Yes. I have a beautiful girl. She is suffering from Parkinson. She has reached to a state, oh, I'm not the body. Clearly, I see it. Now, the same thing applies to the body, the sense organs. Sense organs are parts of the body, they are the gateways to the knowledge, they are constantly changing. What is that? Steady in my eyes, which constantly perceives. What is that steady which constantly hears? Whatever it hears belongs to the mind and ears. I believe you are getting it. I have to shift, move from one knowledge to the other. Means I have to shift my awareness. Means I move from one experience to other until all experiences comes to an end. And I am with the knower, the seer, and the witness. Until I am the knower, seer, and witness. knowledge of desire or thoughts in the mind, and the desirer. Two things. One is a thought and the other is a thinker. Thought and thinker. They both are the mind. I may use the word recognition, aware, feel, know, awareness, feeling, knowledge. Thought and the thinker are same. They are not two. It is the mind only. Today's meditation is all about shifting my knowledge from lower to higher to the highest. So, what is knowledge? It is awareness. Good. A thought enters into the mind, and there is a thinker. Both are mind. Both are mind. Be aware. Any thought, any thinker, good, bad, high, low, high or low, it is mind. I am the knower of the mind. I am the seer of the mind. This is known as witness. And to be a witness is to be in meditation. Is witness full of thoughts? No. It is simple knowledge and awareness. Look at calmness. Look at calmness. It is here and now. We did nothing. We shifted our awareness from what we are spending to the one that cannot be spent. That is always empty or that is always full. When we recognize means cognition. Cognition means knowledge. We are a witness. We are a seer. We are a knower. Knower, seer, and witness. But this mind never listens to us. So we say, okay, look at the head and the neck. Look at the head and the neck. Experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look inside. Experience calmness and quietness. Look at the emptiness or fullness. It is awareness. It is knowledge. It is our experience now. What is the knowledge here? When I move my mind in knowledge, I experience calmness and quietness and relaxation. From where this relaxation and calmness came? From the consciousness, from the knower, from the witness. How do you say it is the nature of the witness? So even if you expand one step to deeper and deeper, moving the mind to knowledge, you are there. When we move the mind, means shifting your awareness, moving to the knowledge. To a witness, to a seer, to a witness. So whenever you see the change in the state of your mind during the day, you shift your knowledge. You shift your knowledge. I'm using the word knowledge. It also means shifting your awareness. You can pick up any major part of the body or that particular event during the day. Right arm, knowledge. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness, knowledge. Inside, calmness and quietness, knowledge. Inside the right arm, calmness and quietness inside the right arm. Knowledge, space, knowledge, or awareness. Did you spend your awareness? No, because it is of the nature of calmness and quietness, so we experience the calmness and quietness in the mind. Because sun is reflecting into the bucket of water, so I experience the light in the bucket of water. Sun is reflecting in the bucket of water, so I experience the light in the bucket of water. Does the water contain the light? Does the bucket contain the sun? Knowledge, awareness, and you are there. So when I know means knowledge. When I know means knowledge. What I know? Behind the mind and the body, behind all my experiences, there is consciousness. Cannot be spent, cannot change, do not change. Here and now, it is timeless, objectless. Real self is all pervading, one reality. Behind all my relationship and experiences, do I know it? So I have a knowledge where in the mind or intellect that bucket of water is the mind, where the sun is reflecting. I have to know by the mind. I have to know by the mind without thoughts or a thinker. No thought, no thinker, I know it. because the mind returns to the same relationship again and again, because the mind has created its own world of relationship, we have to follow the Eastern wisdom. We have to follow the teachings of our masters to remove. What to remove? Wrong notion. Where in the mind, how shifting the knowledge, look at the body, mind instantly relates, I am the body. The entire world is created by the mind with reference to the body. If I am not the body, I don't have honey, I don't have parents, I don't have money, I don't have saving in current account. Real self has neither sense organs nor the motor organs. Mind in delusion, when it does not know the real self, it says, no, I am here. And that I am is ego. That I am is ego. Any reference of relationship comes from ego. We have to use this ego, understanding. We have to use this ego following the principles, and after that it will merge by itself. However, today's practice is a non-practice. Why non-practice? We are moving from one knowledge to the other. One knowledge, ignorance; other knowledge, wisdom. I know I am the body. This is also the knowledge. Now I know that I am not the body. This is also the knowledge. When we live in the knowledge, I am not the body, we experience that emptiness is always there. That is why we apply discernment and dispassion. Discernment is a shift of mind from one knowledge to the other. And dispassion is breaking, destroying the world created by the mind. It is not, that I will leave this and that physically and mentally and emotionally. A true dispassion is a state of awareness and knowledge. While driving your car, you are aware of the traffic, but you don't care. You don't even think that I need to get rid of the traffic in the car. So the mental traffic, thoughts are there. They will come. They will go. They have to come. They have to go. Do I recognize this fact? I know thoughts are there. I know thoughts are there. I know the thoughts are there because of the karma, not because of me. Thinker is there, but not me. Do we have that state of dispassion? After discernment, we recognize the emptiness is always there. So-called nothingness is always there. That is why our masters gives us a knowledge. Masters offers the knowledge. What knowledge? Thoughts and thinker is there because of vasana or tendencies, because of desires, desire in the mind, and the doer of the desire is in the mind. Fruits of an action, repeats impressions. Impressions are stored. Cycle of karma and cycle of karma continues. What is this? This is all the knowledge. How I enter into suffering. Then what? I am already a real self, here and now, not subjected to time, timeless. Can I spend consciousness? No. Can I say goodbye to the consciousness when you are not? No. Through the same consciousness, I know you are attending a session with me. Through the same consciousness, I know you are not with me. What a beautiful awareness and a knowledge. Thought is there, consciousness is. Thought is not there, consciousness is. Pain is there, consciousness is. No pain, consciousness is. I am single, consciousness is. I am married, consciousness is. I am divorced, consciousness is. I am rich, consciousness is. I am poor, consciousness is. I am body, consciousness is. I am not the body in deep sleep, consciousness is. I have lot of thoughts in the mind, consciousness is. I have no thoughts, consciousness is. I have no thoughts, consciousness is. Consciousness is. That isness is existence. That isness is consciousness. That isness is Ananda. What happens then? The mind that was constantly related to the world outside drops. That dropping is known as merging of the mind into the real self. Merging of the mind into the real self means mind has dropped the world it has created because of wrong notion. Now, the reflected sun in the bucket of water does not claim I am the sun. That is merging. That is known as merging of the mind. That is why Patanjali says object of meditation, practice of meditation, doer of meditation, they all three disappear, merge. They merge to allow the consciousness to be realized. Just imagine a drop merges into an ocean. A drop merging into an ocean. And that drop is mind with all its impressions. What? That mind by which I know so many things, living in the wrong notion, is not more than a drop? Yes, because that consciousness is an ocean. How the mind can create any problem to the real self. It creates because I think so. I live in wrong notion. I live in relationship. My master used to say that this mind is a clay pot in the clay. That mind itself is a blueness of the sky. That mind is nothing but the water in the mirage. See, this is known as merging of the mind. Doing nothing, remain. You're already doing nothing. Why should I say that? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open your eyes inside. Experience it.